Hi there, people! I'm back, and it's been like a week, I think, since I last, you know, took a video of myself giving you an update and stuff. It's actually Thursday, the moment I'm filming myself at the moment, and as usual, I'm here to update you about my reading status. So just to give you a recap, um, so I'm done with Ignite the Stars, and I believe I already talked about my thoughts about this book in the earlier part of this video. So if you wanted to hear my thoughts again, you just have to, go back a little bit on that part. So now, what I'm going to talk about is this one, which is Victories Greater Than Death by Charlie Jean Anders. I'm not going to talk a lot about this book because honestly, I'm really sorry, but this book didn't actually get me. Yeah, I didn't really I didn't get any big feelings about this book. Maybe because the characters is too young for me to connect. But I actually kind of uh, well I'm sure that siguro the kids, which is the same age of the characters in here, would enjoy it so much. But siguro the fun thing about this book is that if you actually use your imagination very much, you will actually find it amazing while reading it because um the way it was written, it was actually very descriptive, which is I feel very needed in books with this kind of genres because we're talking about galaxy. And when we talk about galaxy, we have this picture in our head that that the galaxy is so amazing, and it has a lot of fun images, fun things to see. Because if you search the galaxy in the internet, I know you would actually see a lot. So I guess, yeah, if your imagination is really very active, I know that you would enjoy this book so much and you would imagine it in your heads. But unfortunately, it wasn't the case for me. I just don't know why it didn't work on me. Um, I don't know if I'm too distracted or I have a lot, you know, of things going on. And just like I said before, that I'm actually doing theater. So maybe that's the reason why my mind is so like preoccupied with theater. That's why I'm not getting myself into like a massive reading zone. But I still appreciate it though. I mean, me not getting into the book doesn't mean that doesn't define the skills of the author. It's just that I mean it's great. Like I said, it's great and it's very actually descriptive, which is very needed in this kind of genre. But I guess yeah. I mean I guess it's more of the characters are really too young for me to connect, I guess. But siguro if let's say the elementary kid version of me is reading this book, I would probably love this book so much. I will be so amazed because it's it It's like bringing me to, another world, into different what? Different time zone and whatever. But yeah, maybe I'm maybe it's just like in my head I'm too what? Too old for this kind of book, I guess. Though it's actually a young adult, but I don't really get, like, didn't really get attachment with, unlike this one. Though, this one is actually, they are both actually young adult fiction, but I guess, um, though I said it like in my earlier parts of this video, is that it didn't give me the feeling that I felt in Daydream, which is like really kind of became the standard now because of how much it really like affected me while I'm reading it. It didn't actually like went to that level, but in the end, in the latter part of this book, it started actually like to get, it started to like catch my attention because of how things got deeper into it. But I guess it's just that I guess the deepness of this one is more of my thing rather than this one. So yeah, that's it. Actually, I don't know what to say more about this one since I can't really talk about a lot of this. But yeah, but still though, like I said, if you're really into like kind of galactic fiction kind of genre, and it's actually great for like, I don't know, it's just because maybe I don't know. But I still do, guys, recommend this book for you to read. And actually, I'm still looking forward to some of the Charlie Jane Anders books because I know that maybe there is maybe at least one of her books that I will like kind of, yeah. So I'm so like really looking forward. But guys, please, well, I'm I'm encouraging you to actually like read this one. So actually, I'm so proud of myself because like even though then this didn't actually like pull me so much or pull me at all, I was able to actually finish this kind of finish this book because siguro in a sense I was like kind of understanding what the characters are going through, though they are still like kids. um it's the struggles that they have, like the personal struggles that they have is also common actually, I think, when it comes to like teenagers. um it's like the sense of having it's the sense of like trying to resolve like identity crisis and all, like the peer pressure, like the bullying and stuff. Teenagers often go through that phase, and I guess that's why it didn't actually like get pull me at all because I feel like I don't understand them, but I have already like I'm done with my teenager years and I have gone through all that phase, and I kind of resolve that phase already. So I was like, yeah, you kids, I do understand you, but it's actually not enough to like pull me more. I guess I was actually looking for something more deeper than the struggles that these kids are having. So yeah. So that's it. Actually, it's not bad. It's not bad, and it's still a great read, and I'm happy that I actually finished this one because I wanted to actually be fair about picking up my book of the month, because yeah, I wanted as much as possible. Actually, I wanted to finish every single book that I read, even though it's not actually my go-to genre. I wanted to like explore. I wanted to discover new perspective, new stories, and new characters. um yeah, I just hope that, I will never like have a book that I will really put down and I will not finish, because yeah, I feel bad actually. Like, I bought that book and I won't finish it. Like, oh, the money is so sayang. So I don't really, as much as possible, I really like to finish all the books that I am reading, whether it's my go-to genre or not. So yeah, so as of today, as of what? Wait, as of March 13, I already have two books in my hands that will be like part of my pick for the month of March, and I'm looking forward to other more books to read. And I think like I will pass with this kind of genre for now, because I wanted to try other things, other genres naman outside this like of galactic fiction thing. So yeah, so for now, I'm just going to like say adios. But actually, this is not yet the end, because we will still see each other probably, I don't know, in a few days, because I will show you what book am I going to read next. So yeah, for now, I will say bye bye, and I hope you're all having fun weekend, and I hope you're all enjoying this week with your friends, loved ones, and if you're stressed with your work, I hope like you're finding ways to actually release the stress. It doesn't matter whatever it is, as long as it's making you feel good, it's fine. Do that. It's for you, your mental health, and everything. We needed to survive. The world is cruel. The world is like, it's not always fun to make a home with, but yeah, we need to survive. So yeah. ko ngayon sa shop ko. As you all know, I don't know if I already said it, but I actually own a bookshop, a bookstore. So that is where I am right now. That's where I'm filming right now. So excuse the background because I also bake kasi for my bookshop. So yeah, I bake, I own a bookshop and stuff, I write and whatever. I do a lot of things actually. So ngayon, what I'm going to do is actually to wrap up my March vlog because, you know, it's April tomorrow and I have to edit now so that I can post it, so that I can post my video at least on the first week of April. So yeah, actually it's quite a record breaker for me because I'm actually able to read 5 books for the month of March. But unfortunately, hindi ko pa actually tapos yung isa. So this is the one I'm currently reading right now. Unfortunately, hindi ko pa siya matatapos kasi andito pa lang ako sa page 128 and kita nyo naman. Ito pa lang yung nababasa ko. Ito. And I still have a lot more to read. So sadly, hindi ko siya matatapos even tonight. Kasi iniiwasan ko ngayong magpuyat. Kaya ito ay mapupunta na lang ulit sa aking April reads. So yeah, I'm just going to show you the 4 books that I've read for this month. It's Victory is Greater Than Death by Charlie Jane Anders. Then Cahill's versus Vesper's Day of Doom. Third is Grease from the Rabble. And the last one is Ignite the Stars. So from this 4, I will actually pick my book of the month. But I just wanted to share my thoughts regarding these books. So I'm done actually giving my thoughts on this one. But unfortunately, ewan ko ano nangyari. But actually, my review and my thoughts regarding this one got deleted and yeah. So I decided na itong tatlong to, ngayon ko na lang siya i-review. Ngayon ko na lang siya i-review para isang vid na lang. So, actually, let me start with this one because actually this is part of my February reads also. Kaso hindi ko lang siya natapos, that's why napupunta na siya sa March. So, as far as I can remember, actually dun sa video na na-film ko na, I said na this is the book that kind of didn't actually get me at the beginning for unknown reason. Basta hindi niya agad ako nakuha. But eventually, as we reach the end of the book, siguro starting from when it is near the climax, then to the end of the story, it got me. Pero actually, in the first, it didn't get me so much. Siguro kasi, I think that hindi pa ako nakakakonekta sa kanilang lahat. So actually, this is the story of Aya. Pero, meron din tayong backstory ni Bryn and backstory ni Knives. So, I guess, hindi ako makakonect agad-agad kay Aya. Pero, I think it's actually part of the story because Aya, the character of Aya is actually like have trust issues. So, hindi siya marunong or hindi niya kaya mag-open up agad-agad sa ibang tao. Whereas, I think mas una ako nakakonect kay Knives and kay Brain because they are very vocal with their thoughts. So, nagets ko agad kung ano yung mga like baggages or issues nila in the story. But for Aya, hindi siya agad-agad kasi Aya's story is like kind of a slow one. So, next is Kahil's versus Vesper Day of Doom. So, for this one actually, it's a little bit, it's quite interesting. Pero I guess, it's interesting and it made me confused as well. Because, ano kasi, this is already the book 6 of the series. So, sobrang layo. I don't know actually if this is the end. Maybe because the ending of it looks like really the end of the series. So, I really don't know. So, there's a lot of like characters here that I really don't know the background. So, honestly, hindi ako masyadong nakakonect even in all of the characters. But I think the plot is pretty much interesting. Kaya nga lang, I really don't know if I would keep this or not because it's book 6. Parang ang dami kong kailangang habulin if I will start the series and it's like overwhelming on my part. Then, to really like look out for the other 5 books that the series has. So I don't know. But actually, it's interesting. Even though like the characters of this one are like, are still like kids. But I think I like the adventure that they are in. So it's interesting. I actually like the characters of this one than this one. I'm really sorry. I mean, like, the characters in this one was, like, pretty much the same age as the characters in this one. They are kids, and they are, actually, even, it's quite a little bit similar because they are all kids, and they are in for an adventure, but I guess I like this one better. I'm in for this kind of adventure rather than this one. So, yeah. And as for this one naman, Raised from the Rubble, so it's actually Gaia's nonfiction. So the story of this one is quite sad and heartbreaking then. So this is actually the story of 2 fathers. So yun, isa sa father dito is the father of the one who did the bombing, and the other father is the one whose child got killed because of the bombing. So, actually, it's quite a story of like pain, a little bit of an anger, but at the end of the story, it's actually like the story of letting go. I reading this is actually like so heartbreaking because meron daw dito na like kamay na lang ang natira. And the fingers na lang ang nakita, but the whole body got burned na. So, and there are other stories, like, innocent people got killed, and how it's like, actually, parang it's actually hard to really accept what happened to those innocent people. Like, they don't know that the building that they're in are going to be bombed. So, they don't know what's gonna happen. So, parang, they don't know that in an instant, all the chances that they think they still have will be gone in the blink of an eye. Then, even the families of those who got killed, like, so all along they are thinking that nothing bad will happen to their loved ones, that they are fine, they are working, and something like that. Then biglang boom, they watched the news and they said that this building got bombed and got totally destroyed, and then 100 people got killed. Like, what's happening? Like, that kind of things, that kind of scenario. And actually, I'm so shocked when I'm reading this one, because this is actually like, because I was born in 1998 and the bombing happened, that Oklahoma City bombing incident happened way back in 1995. So just imagine 3 years before I was born, this thing happened. And actually, Tim, the one who did the bombing, got got a death penalty. And so yun, it's quite heartbreaking. Like, anyway, I'm still like a child. I am still a kid, so I didn't know that this thing happened, and that happened in Oklahoma. So, but realizing that, okay, this happened when I was still an innocent kid feels so sad, even though it's far away from my home. But thinking that this people died that way is so heartbreaking. So yun, actually that's all my thought. I mean, I could talk more if I wanted to, but I actually feel like I don't have to because it will spoil you na. So I will stop, and now we're going to pick what's my book of the month. So are you ready, guys? So let's count. I will choose in 3, 2, and 1. Drumroll. Actually, this one. Ta-da! This is actually my pick for the book of the month. So, though I said earlier na this is something na sa huli, like, siguro na nakuha ako in the middle part and not in an instant. But I guess I actually like, this is actually one of those books that didn't got me right away, but it is something that will linger. Like, it didn't hook me right away, but when I finished that book, I still have a lot of like questions, and I still wanted to know more how this relationship will go, because I feel like, especially in Aya and Naive's story, there's an attraction between them, but I guess it didn't yet blossom into something like more deeper and more clear, because like I said nga, sabi ko kanina, Aya actually didn't have the ability to open up faster to a lot of people because she actually has trust issues. And actually, it's the same thing with Knives. They both have trust issues, so they have a hard time, connecting with one another. Though they really did, but it's slow, and they only realize it like later na. So they didn't actually have the chance to talk about it, because when they realized that they have this attraction with one another, there's already a war that they have to settle. So they don't really have the time to settle their personal feelings yet. and they have to settle their, responsibilities for their nation, I guess. I don't know if nation is the right word. But yeah, but it's actually like interesting, and I'm really like looking forward for the next book of this one. And I think actually I'm slowly like liking Aya. Uh, because I actually think that I like Bryn first before Aya, but at the end, when I reach the end already, I feel like, okay, let me give Aya the chance. But I think I'll be able to like really get to know Aya in the next book of the series, because most of the because in this book actually it's Knives and Bryn that have like that have made a connection to me, but not yet Aya and a full extent. So yeah, I'm looking forward in Aya's story, and I'm looking forward to how Aya and Knives relationship will still go on, and how Aya and Bryn's relationship will grow even more stronger. So yeah, so I guess that's it, guys.